Hello and welcome to the 5-minute automation from Automated.af. The purpose of these videos is to share with you some step-by-step guides of how we've built out some automated processes, taking you through the tools we've used to build them and how we've actually set up. And the whole aim is to achieve this in under 5 minutes. So let's move on. So what we're showing you today is how we've created a process which connects the offline to online when it comes to lead collection and follow-up. This particular process was used at an offline event where this client needed to collect leads and then follow up with them automatically. Now we're going to go through the tech stack first of all. We're using 5 main pieces of software. The majority of them are the free tiers. However, we'll let you know what we needed to pay for. So first of all is Typeform, and we're using Typeform to collect the leads. Autopilot is our main automation platform, which powers a lot of the sequences behind everything. Calendly is connected to our calendar, and it manages the booking of appointments. Zapier connects these various tools together, and HubSpot is our CRM. So I'll take you through these in a bit more detail. So we're using Typeform as a form for people to come up to the stand of where this client was and complete the form. It has a number of questions that are qualifying these leads for this customer. We then use Calendly, which allows the people that have completed the form to fill out the details and book a time to speak with Tom in more detail. We're using Zapier to connect Calendly to Autopilot, and we're also using Zapier to connect Autopilot to HubSpot, which is our CRM. Now, it's worth noting that in order to use Calendly with Zapier, you need to sign up to the premium version of Calendly, which I believe is around $9 or $10 a month, depending on which one you choose. Making this all work together, we have Autopilot, and I'm going to take you through the Autopilot journey that we set up here. So you can see here that this circle shape is a Typeform button, and effectively this is the trigger of the journey. So what's going on is that once somebody submits the form, there's a 5-minute delay, and then they are sent the inquiry form follow-up, and I can show you what that looks like. This is just thanking them for completing the form, explaining that we're excited to find out more about their plans, and it includes a link to the Calendly page where they can complete the calendar request. After, if you go back to the journey, we then wait for 1 day, and we want to check whether this person who's completed the form has clicked on the Calendly link and booked a time to speak with Tom. Now, in order to sync that all and make sure that we have that information, this is really important. We've actually connected Calendly to Autopilot, and once somebody has created an invite within Calendly, they're added to a list within Autopilot, and that allows us to check to see whether this person is on that list or not. If they are on this list, then we want to eject them from this journey at this point in time because the follow-up has been complete and they've booked an appointment with the client. If they haven't completed the Calendly and they haven't sent and they haven't accepted a meeting, then we want to send them a follow-up email to remind them to book a time with the client. And this one is slightly different to the first one, but it's just a reminder to click the link there to arrange a time. So why is this important? A couple of other things here as well. We have updating the lead source within Autopilot. So we want to track the fact that these leads have come from this event. This event would have cost the client some money out of their marketing budget. So it's worthwhile to be able to track back the attribution for any new customers that are gained from it. And we also have internal notification, which is sent to the client's company email address so that they can see that people have submitted the form. Now, if we look at the results from the actual day of the event, there was 57 responses in total, and some of these stats are a little bit skewed because we had the form loaded up on an iPad, so the dwell time and average time to complete are slightly off. But the key thing here is there's 57 responses. Now, if we look at overall journey, we can see that Typeform is used for when the form is submitted at the event, which triggers an Autopilot sequence, which also triggers a Zapier connection to add the HubSpot, the contact in HubSpot, which then sends an email to Calendly, and once this email is booked, then the Zapier then triggers again to add the person to a list, which takes them out of the journey. After everything, Calendly also, once they have booked in with Calendly, they then get updated in HubSpot, and we update the contact properties to make sure that their lead status has changed and a deal is created within the sales process. So that's your 5-minute automation. And please, as ever, please let us know if you have any questions.